I've scanned the planet, looking at every single person out of the 7 billion people on this earth, and I found the top 5 Ultraspeakers in the world. I am not part of this list, even though I really wanted to be, but my assistant said, no, you can't do it. So these are 5 humans that almost everybody knows on this planet that deserve to be at the top of the Ultraspeaking world. Now, most importantly, the question on everybody's mind, is my plant okay? I think so. This is my first time having an indoor plant. For some reason, it's turning weird colors. I don't know what's going on with it. If you could tell me what to do in the comments below, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's get to the action. Top 5 Ultraspeakers. Number 5, Naomi Osaka. Man, I love Naomi's energy. Have you ever seen her at a press conference? I love how real she is. She's able to cry, not because it's an actual tactic, but because she can't help it. She's just like this amazing hero for all of humanity on what it's like to really be a human being in the professional world. She's unafraid to answer whatever comes to mind, and sometimes she gets overwhelmed so much that it just shows. And that's what Ultraspeaking is all about. It's about being present with whatever's going on. And if there's only one thing I could wish for her, it's a little bit less of that anxiety. I wish she could enjoy the process a little bit more. But at the same time, this is what makes her so endearing, is that she doesn't like the press conferences, but she has the courage to show up anyways and just express her emotions. And that's a huge tenet at Ultraspeaking. Number 4, who's in the number 4 spot? SpongeBob SquarePants. Of course, our favorite sponge finally gets awarded for something, and it's something really big, the number 4 spot on the Ultraspeaking community. SpongeBob is so himself. Have you ever seen him cry just like buckets of tears or laugh while he's jellyfishing? It's just like such childlike joy. Not only does SpongeBob show his emotions, but SpongeBob also treats everybody kind of the same. And it's beautiful, whether you're the CEO fish, or you're the customer fish, or you're the real estate agent fish, it doesn't matter. SpongeBob sees beyond the facade and is able to have that human to human or sea creature to sea creature connection. And that's just something so personable about that. We don't put on facades, we just show up as ourselves. Of course, could he use a little bit more self-awareness? Squidward seems to think so, but who am I to judge? That sponge is so self-expressed. I love it. The number 3 spot has to go to Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk is a legend at talking on the fly. I think that dude has a videographer following him around every single day, and just wisdom just seems to spurt out his mouth. Every time he speaks, he's able to just freestyle. And I love that. But what's amazing about Gary Vee is if you've ever seen his stage speeches, it looks like magic because it feels like he's freestyling the entire time. Probably he prepares, I don't know. It's not disorganized or cluttered. It's very much clear and intuitive, but he makes it feel like he's just talking to you, that it's just himself. And I don't know, find any video of Gary Vee and it'll just be him the same way with everybody on stage and off. I mean, area of improvement for Gary Vee, maybe he could be a little bit less on all the time. Maybe we could have like a little bit of those more touching, soft moments. But who am I to give advice to the legend? Nobody. Gary Vee is the Ultraspeaking king, in my opinion, and he has a few honorable mentions on his coattails. I feel like Joe Rogan, Tony Robbins, any of these personal development legends who just get up on stage and are able to freestyle. It's just such an amazing skill, and I'm sure I missed a couple folks on this list that deserve to be up there, but Gary Vee's that embodiment of the personal development figure who just rocks at speaking off the cuff. Who's number 2? Brene Brown. How could she not be up there? She's like the pioneer of this movement towards vulnerability and self-expression. She's a researcher, she's a scientist, and yet she speaks to us like a human being. And that's so rare, especially people who are so academic. To be able to convey a message that's personal, that's real, and that gets us all to change. I think she's leading a movement towards vulnerability, towards even topics like shame, bringing that up in the workplace. I mean, she's literally changing the way that we connect with one another, and I love it. Look at her stories. Look at the way that she's just able to relive moments, a huge ultra speaking principle of just getting up there and just sharing her soul. And I love the way that she's perfectly imperfect, that she's taking us into her family life, that she's taking us into her real world scenarios and showing us she's not perfect, she's human, but being able to be on stage unapologetically herself and to lead a movement for all of us to show up the same way. I think that's so inspiring. I think that's why she's in the number 2 spot. But who's number 1? Who is the legend among legends of ultra speaking? Is it me? No, it's Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody loves Jennifer Lawrence. What is it about her? She's got that X factor. People call it charisma, but I think it's just her unapologetic, totally free ability to be herself, and not just any version of herself, but the silly, quirky, dorky, sarcastic version of herself that I think all of us can relate to, because all of us have that side, or we have that friend who we like who has that side. But Jennifer Lawrence does something incredible, and she's able to bring that side out on camera, anywhere. Look at any of her interviews. She's constantly cracking jokes, being self-deprecating, but most importantly, she's talking to everybody like it's just another person. She's got that SpongeBob quality of being conversational. Jennifer Lawrence has the X factor when it comes to ultra speaking, because she is just very much in her sense of humor and very much unafraid to be herself. And that's it. You have it right here. You first heard it on the Ultra Speaking channel, the top 5 ultra speakers in the world. Remember, ultra speaking is all about being more of who you are and having the courage to express more of the sides of you, show more emotion, embody the different ranges, and just have more courage to show more of who you are. These were my top 5. I strongly believe in them, but maybe I'm wrong. Am I? Who are in your top 5? I want to know in the comments below. Give me that like so I can make more videos and my self-esteem can go up. Smash that subscribe button so that I feel amazing about myself, and we have more reasons to make these videos. And also tell me in the comments below who deserves to be in the top 5 best ultra speakers in the world.